Even though Tom Brady doesn't lead in the main quarterback category such as passing yards and touchdowns, he is still considered the greatest quarterback of all time by many. And that is thanks to his 9 Super Bowl appearances and 6 Super Bowl wins. Let me tell you about a man who was able to do one better. That man's name was Otto Graham, and he was able to appear in 10 straight championships and win 7 of them. Otto Graham was born December 6, 1921 in this town in Illinois that I cannot pronounce. Otto was good at many things, as in 1940 he attended Northwestern on a basketball scholarship. He would also play on the football team for 3 years as a tailback. Not wanting to stop there, Otto was also a member of the baseball team for 2 years, and he was part of the band. But Otto was most dominant on the football field, as in 1943 he finished 3rd in the Heisman voting. And his career record of 2,938 offensive yards would stand until 1964. The Lions would take notice, as in the 1944 NFL Draft they selected Otto Graham 4th overall. Unfortunately for the Lions, Otto Graham had other plans and he went to go join the U.S. Navy. During Otto's time in the Navy, he would be coached by the legend Bear Bryant. While still in the Navy, another legendary coach, Paul Brown, would take interest in Otto Graham and offer him a contract. This contract would be $15,000 for 2 years. But before joining the Cleveland Browns, Otto Graham would make his way onto the Rochester Royals. They would go on to win the 1945-46 NBL championship. In 1946, Otto Graham would play for the Cleveland Browns in the AAFC. Otto would lead the Browns to a 12-2 season and a championship win over the New York Yanks, with the final score being 14-9. Otto would finish 1st in passing touchdowns with 17 and 2nd in passing yards with 1,834. And if you only count people that attempted 30 or more pass attempts, Otto Graham finished 2nd in completion percentage with 54.6%. Otto would finish 1st in passing yards in the next 3 seasons of the AAFC with 8,251 total yards. In 1947, Otto would finish 1st in passing touchdowns, but the next 2 seasons he would finish 2nd with a total combined touchdown number of 69. While putting up those amazing numbers, he would win 3 straight championship games and have a total record of 35 wins, 2 losses, and 3 ties. Following the 1949 season, the AAFC would fold and the Cleveland Browns would be forced to go join the NFL. Otto proved he could play in the NFL in his first season, as he was selected in the Pro Bowl and finished 4th in passing yards with 1,943 and tied 5th for passing touchdowns with 14. The Browns will go 12-2 and beat the Los Angeles Rams 30-28 in the championship game. In his second season, he would finish 2nd in passing yards with 2,205 and 2nd in passing touchdowns with 17. The Browns would go 11-2, but sadly one of those 2 losses was in the championship game against the Los Angeles Rams, 24-17. This would make it Otto Graham's first ever championship game that he would not win. In Otto's 3rd season, he would finish 1st in passing yards with 2,816 and tie 1st in passing touchdowns with 20. Sadly, he would have under a 50% completion percentage with 49.7. This would so far be Otto's worst season, as the Browns would go 9-5, which one of those losses was against the Detroit Lions in the championship game, making it back-to-back championship losses for Otto Graham. In the 1953 season, Otto would finish 1st in passing yards with 2,722, but he would finish 7th in passing touchdowns with 11. The Browns would go 11-2, but for the 3rd straight year, they would lose the championship game to once again the Detroit Lions by 1 point, 17-16. In 1954, Otto would finish 3rd in passing yards with 2,092 and 8th in passing touchdowns with 11. This was the year the Browns had enough of losing, as they went 10-3 and snapped their 3-game championship losing streak as they pummeled the Detroit Lions 56-10. 1955 would be Otto Graham's 10th and final season. He would finish 6th in passing yards with 1,721, and he would finish 3rd in passing touchdowns with 15. The Browns would go 10-2-1 as they would beat the Los Angeles Rams 38-14 in the championship game, making it Otto Graham's 10th straight and 7th win. Otto Graham had an absolutely amazing career. If you include playoff games, his all-time record is 114 wins, 20 losses, and 4 ties. And out of his 10 seasons, he only failed to hit double-digit wins once. Even though offenses have advanced a lot and have broken many of his records, he still holds the NFL record for most yards per attempt with 9. Although his playing career was over, Otto would not leave football, as in 1959 he would become the coach of the Coast Guard. In 1963 he would win the New England Football Conference with a record of 8-1. 1965 would be Otto Graham's last season at the Coast Guard, as in 1966 he would try his luck with the Washington Redskins. Otto's NFL coaching career would not be as great as his playing career, as he only coached the Redskins 3 seasons and had a total record of 17 wins, 22 losses, and 3 ties. Otto left football for 6 years, and then he returned back to the Coast Guard in 1974. He would only coach for 2 seasons, and in 1975, Otto Graham would end his coaching career. At the Coast Guard, he had a total record of 44 wins, 32 losses, and 1 tie. Otto Graham's later life would be filled with many illnesses, as on December 17, 2003, he would die of a heart aneurysm. Because of his many achievements, Otto Graham will forever be considered one of the most dominant players in football history. He has forever left a mark on the sport that no one can forget. Thank you for watching my video about the NFL legend Otto Graham.